Hey guys, time for another review. This time I'm doing the Final Destination. It's got a that at the front, which is supposed to make it a little bit more classy and a little bit more definitely the final in the series. And to be perfectly honest, after watching it, I kinda hope it is. Because even though the 3D gimmick is kinda cool, and I do have to wonder why there's no 2D version of it playing at chart. Well, there's a 3D version obviously available. Anyway, the 3D gimmick, it's kind of cool. It sort of wears off after a little while, and you're sitting there wondering, why is this movie in 3D? They don't do the really obvious throw things at the camera all too often. They do it occasionally, but not very often. But to be honest, the 3D is not the biggest letdown of the movie. It's one of those films that has several endings, but Lord of the Rings-ish. Pretty. Very Lord of the Rings-ish. It's got some terrible acting, some absolutely terrible acting, some terrible characters. There's one character who's literally lifted straight from the pages of Saved by the Bell. He looks like Zack, he dresses like Zack, he's got the same attitude as Zack. It's like the writers turned around and said, hey, Zack was the coolest guy in Saved by the Bell. Why don't we lift him, put him in a movie, and make him a bit more grown up so he can swear, has a cell phone, and gets laid. It was lazy writing in its most extreme. One of the other things that seems to have gone, which I absolutely loved in the first couple, is that the characters didn't get told what was going to happen. They worked it out. And then they had premonitions, which were sort of subtle hints. It wasn't a case of this is what's going to happen, solve the mysteries, get there while you can. They sort of had to work towards it. One of the things I really enjoyed about the second one, which didn't work well in this one, is the use of Google. Second one, it was quite charming, because it was at a time when Google wasn't super uber huge. But now it's just a case of let's Google it because we're lazy. It just, again, lazy storytelling. And this one also seems to have lost the epic scope of the others. I mean, the first and second had some fantastically epic scope to it. The opening sequence of the second film is still brilliant. But this one seems to have lost it. The whole race car track accident thing, while very nicely choreographed and put together, doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel anywhere near on the scale it needs to be to actually give you this impression that there is something at stake. It's a tiny little set that might be no bigger than, I don't know, measurements all that well, to be honest. Probably no bigger than my deck. And my deck is not huge. And I'd show you, but it's dark outside. So realistically speaking, this is a movie you could probably avoid. If you're a die-hard fan of the series, then, you know, pop along. It's certainly not going to hurt. But if you've got nothing better to do on the Friday or Saturday night, find something else. Alright? Because you better save your money. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, I don't know when I'm going to be back to do another review, because I don't know what I'm going to watch next. But in the meantime, if you want to keep up to date with things, go and visit my blog. It's a cool word, but it sounds kind of clunky. Or that's pretty much it, my blog. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I never use Twitter very often, but you can follow me on Facebook. You can become a member of my website. Just head along to votebarlow/webs.com. Maybe it's votebarlow.webs.com. Whatever. You'll see that the words are sort of popping up across the bottom of the screen now. See if I go words on screen. There you go, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.